Hi guys, Batman here, and tonight I'm going to talk about the Treasure Trove building. I'm just going to scroll over to it now, and the Treasure Trove building is a purple building with gems sticking out the sides of it. Unlike most buildings, this one only has a maximum level build of 9 versus most traditional buildings that have a maximum build of 25. When opening up this building, there is two main objectives you have to do in order to be able to build this. First, you have to have completed Siege Stage Level 8. Second, you need to have a castle build of minimum of 17. One of the reasons why I actually do these videos is to obviously help kind of new builders kind of avoid certain pitfalls. This particular building happens to have one of those pitfalls that hopefully a new builder is going to see this video and can avoid. Once you've opened it, it does actually require 10,000 gems as its first deposit in order to kind of initiate it, because the treasure trove is actually a gem bank. So what it does, once you click in, it gives you three options of when to deposit the gems and for how long. So you've got the 7-day deposit, the 14-day deposit, and a 30-day deposit. More advanced builders like myself tend to opt in for the 30-day deposit because that's the one that gives you the most investment return. However, I would recommend, if you're, say, a level 1 to 5 treasure trove builder, just stick with the 7-day deposit, and I'll explain why in a second. So, say if you click in the 7-day deposit, it says deposit time 7 days, basic interest 3%. That means it will give me 3% back on whatever gems I've invested. You can see underneath that there is a bonus investment of 20%. That's to do with some of the research I've previously done, which I will cover later in the video. It should normally show you how much gems you're going to invest, and then underneath it shows you a payout. With the payout section, please bear in mind that's how many gems they're going to give you back. However, when thinking about this, always minus off your actual initial investment, because that's the amount, or if it's increased, the new amount that you're going to put back in. So don't sit there and go, oh wow, if you put 10,000 in and it gives you, say, 15,000 back, don't suddenly think, oh well, after 7 days I've got 15,000 gems to spend. The truth of it will be you probably want to reinvest the initial 10,000, and so what you're really going to end up with is 5,000 gems. Just a little tip to bear in mind there. So the other thing I would suggest is, again, the reason why I said about a 7-day deposit is this building is fantastic to help you access all of the items that you then need to start spending your gems on in order for them to be built. The treasure trove's one of them. So I'm going to go quickly show you what kind of items they are, and then we'll go on from there. So basically, you go into your backpack, you go to the gem section, in unique, and we scroll down, and it's these items here. It's called the crystal pick. It's for the treasure trove. For one crystal pick out of here is 20 gems. Now, this isn't the best way to buy the items. Unfortunately for this video, because mine's already a maximum build, I'm going to have to go to another premium building and kind of show you the secondary option that you would get. So once you click in to the building, obviously you go to your upgrade section. Now on this one, it's the special item that you have to buy with gems is steel cuffs. So you press the little plus symbol, and then it gives you better rates for your gems. So most people try and opt in for the 1,000 of the item because it is the better rate, and just because you don't use them that first time, you will eventually use them as you go up to like the level 9 and stuff. And if you can just imagine that instead of this saying steel cuffs, it would actually say crystal picks. Just mine's a level 9, so I couldn't show you the crystal pick section. For 1,000 crystal picks, what I can tell you is it is currently valued at 14,000 gems. Okay, so once, say, you've built up your treasure trove to like a level 4, probably a 5, and then I would then flip it over to the 30-day bonus, just so then you're starting to get, because I think the 30-day, see straight away, basic interest 85%, whereas you saw on the 7-day, basic interest was only 3%. But again, if you had got free gems from monster hunting or just your Colosseum, this premium build, like for the premium items you need, this is probably the very first place you want to invest in. So again, the reason why to stop for the 7-day is because if you had the 30-day and you moved up a couple of levels in the treasure trove, you've kind of locked your investment capabilities for a long period of time. So if you keep it nice and short and sweet, if you jump up a couple of levels in the meantime, you're only a couple of days out, and then you'll feel the bigger benefits. Where if you straight away at level 1 start at 30 days, you could get 16 days in, suddenly you've jumped up, say, 3 or 4 levels in the treasure trove, because I think it's only like a couple, start off maybe like 10 picks and then like 100 picks or so on and so forth. By the time you get to the level 30, you could have made probably a lot more gems. So that's why I'm saying it, do it that way. When it comes to the treasure trove itself, things I can tell you is there's no familiars that I'm currently aware of that helps boost the bonus. There's no armor that currently helps boost your treasure trove bonus, and there is no talents on your skill trees that currently boost your bonus. The only way you can increase the value on your treasure trove is by increasing the deposit amounts, and this can be achieved in 2 sections of the research currently available from when this video was launched. So those 2 sections, there's one in Army Leadership, and then you scroll down and there it is, maximum deposit, and then you can see that it increases the deposit values by, first one's 100 gems and then 300 gems and then 6, so on and so forth. So there's one research skill tree there, and military command is the other skill tree, and then you scroll down way down here and there you go, and then again maximum deposit 2 is the other one, and then that's one of the reasons why my treasure trove can maybe have a bit more than the standard kind of 10,000 gems that you start off with. For the treasure trove itself, that is pretty much all I can see on it. It's not a big building. It is a really useful building. The final tip I would probably say before I sign off completely though is I would probably do it in this order. I would, if once you started saving up enough gems and you were having to buy like key items in order to grow your buildings, whether it be the crystal picks or the steel cuffs or the soul crystals or the war tones for each of the premium buildings, I would probably do the treasure trove first, then I would do the battle hall, then I would probably decide whether to do the altar or the prison. But that's just my opinion as a kind of more experienced gamer, just trying to give you a little bit of heads up and a helping hand there. So pretty much all I could say is just be good at being bad. Cheers, bye.